Originally in English, December 2023. The main point is that 3D to 4D is not a place, so there is nowhere to transition to. All this you already know. Ascension is an individual journey. Yet, it can be argued that when enough individuals with an ascended mentality get together, then they create a perceived collective reality that could be called 4D. But there are no these as such. Those are only part of the ideas and of the human or Lyrian need to fragment everything into understandable bits that do not reflect the external reality of the universe that is so much greater no incarnated brain can understand. So 3D, 4D, 5D, whatever, are only mechanisms to try to explain the unexplainable. And even when the enlightened ones grow in sufficient numbers as to create a tipping point where the so-called dominating frequency would force other people into behaving like them, would only be theoretical. There is no magical high-frequency galactic wave coming in to transform humanity into light beings. They are all light beings as they already are. They just like to play dumb, forgetting that. It's all a play. Life is a play with no ultimate transcendental meaning other than the experience acquired there. All that 3D to 4D to 5D transformation is misleading. People shouldn't wait for it, because it is not going to happen as the New Age tells them. It will happen whenever each person is ready, and independently from the rest. People must learn to take responsibility for themselves and for making their own soul. Thank you. But what about the overall frequency of the Earth, humanity? Is there such a thing at all? Is it measurable as some sort of average? For example, Taygeta's overall frequency could be said to be around 5-6D with regards to the collective frequency, or no? If yes, then what would be humans' general collective frequency, if measurable? Alahi, I think, was studying some of that. Starseeds' influence on different regions and their overall frequency as a result, because it is said that starseeds elevate the frequency around them. This logically suggests that if elevated, it is somehow known, observed. Otherwise, how would it be known that it is elevated? And if so, then it should be known if the frequency of the collective on Earth is going up or not. Perhaps that's what's meant by moving to 4D, if it's going up. After all, it's starseeds' job to affect their surroundings just by their presence. That is what I mean by collective frequency. But the range in those is arbitrary. The experience is still individual. A 5D person can still share a table with a low-frequency thug. I understand, but can that collective frequency be measured? It can't be, accurately, because the measurement cannot reflect all humanity, only local and with errors. In general, though, it shows lower average than the space around it. Earth lower than space around it? Why is space showing anything at all if it's all localized and depending on individual people there? Only where there are people to measure. And yes, it depends on the people who are being measured. Okay, so Earth is lower than space around it, but is it going up? Better than in the past, for example? That is the problem. It is not reflecting all of Earth. Calculations are not precise. It is not going up. It is polarizing. Up and down? Yes. It is a fight for consciousness and perception. Not everything can be fully measured. But in general, it was less polarized before than now. There are very high patches as well as low patches. So we starseeds are not raising the frequency but making it polarized? Eventually, if high is sustained and wins, then the average will be higher. Oh, that's why it's so important to maintain the frequency. I see, okay. So that could be then seen as going into 4D in New Age terms. Perhaps, but always knowing that it is mainly arbitrary. Everybody defines 3D, 4D, 5D differently. That is part of the mess.